And good morning.
Good
it's so
morning.
good to see you all. And it's an all-girl show right now.
Yes.
Okay. I'm Nancy Kaysen. I'm your host today. I have a little gift shop downtown called the Red Ribbon. And in my lap is Miss Scarlett, who kind of wants to see what everybody else is doing across the table. Co-hosting today is Marie Beatty. I'm sorry, Brene Beatty,
Yes.
retired, and
That's
she
right.
has in her lap
Annabelle.
and then Marie Gilly is on the other side of her, and she has in her lap
This is Maddie.
Maddie. So these are all dogs from the shelter, the Cleveland No-Kill City, and they're all ready to be adopted. So Maria, tell us a little bit about what we need to know about these beautiful little puppies.
Okay, well, the one you're holding, Scarlett, it says on her card she's a mix. She's about 7 weeks old. She is available for adoption immediately. This is Maddie, which is Scarlett's sister. She is also available for adoption immediately. And then little Miss Annabelle over here.
Renee always gets the ones that, yes, the bite, the chew on your chin, and yes. Okay, and that one is what, Marie? I'm sorry.
This is little Miss Annabelle. She was actually owner surrendered this afternoon, and she is about 8 weeks old, and she's available for immediate adoption as well.
And just as cute as a bug in a rug.
She is darling. She is darling. She is precious.
The adoption fee is $50. That includes their first set of vaccinations as well as their spay or neuter.
So,
And that's a
better
deal.
than that.
It's a deal.
And folks, October is Adopt a Shelter Pet Month. So y'all need to get out there. And we have some really, really, really good news.
Yes, we do.
I've been talking with Maria, several days actually. I'm sure she wishes I didn't have her email address. But because I kept saying, well, what about this puppy? What about this puppy?
See, we kind of like to, if we could have a little bit of input on who's going to visit, because everybody seems to like puppies. And that's great, but you know, there's big dogs that don't have forever homes too. So there's some really great announcements that happened yesterday that we found out about this morning. Maria was going to bring us some dogs, but they got adopted
They got
yesterday.
adopted this morning.
Yes, we had one
yesterday.
that was urgent. That really.
Okay.
She sings.
Yes, she does.
And she got adopted this morning, and then she had another couple picked out, and we had, October is also Pit Bull Awareness Month, and we had a couple of pit bulls that we had talked about her bringing, and they got adopted. So right now, there's a plethora of puppies.
Yes.
And the shelter is not a good place for puppies because they haven't had their shots. There's all sorts of germs and stuff that they can be exposed to, and so they need out of there, people. Somebody brought a mother and 10 puppies in this morning. Is this 2 of the 10?
No, this is not 2 of the 10. Yeah, yesterday afternoon, probably about 4:30, a mother and her 10 puppies were brought in. A few of the puppies have been adopted today. Whatever we have available will be taken to the Tractor Supply adoption event on Saturday.
Oh, good.
All right.
Yeah. And listen, folks, you know, everybody loves a puppy, but this mother, she doesn't need to be left in the shelter. She needs a home too, and she needs to be spayed so she doesn't have to take care of 10 more puppies again.
That's 10 more puppies. Okay, now Maria, there's several ways that people can find out what's there at the shelter. They can go to the shelter, but it's better, I mean, they would probably, if I go to the shelter,
I'd bring home
I
every
can't
one
get
of
enough
them.
dogs in my car, okay? So they can go online. What is the website?
They can go online to clevelandnokill.com. You can also, if you have Facebook, you can go to our Facebook page, Cleveland for a No-Kill City. And there's pictures of all the animals every day that are in the shelter.
Yeah.
Now, each one of these has a number,
Yes.
and so Scarlett is number
573.
Now, is that puppy 573?
Puppy 573.
Okay.
Annabelle is puppy 602. And Maddie is puppy 572.
These are absolutely adorable.
Adorable,
folks.
yes.
Absolutely adorable, and wanting to get with each other and play.
Yeah. Oh,
and
look, mine's calmed down.
yes, and mine's not. Okay. So, but at least, you know, I think it was 2 weeks ago we had a puppy that ate one of my earrings and the button off my sweater. So at least this isn't happening yet. Rescued. I'm saying that. I'm still clothed, and you know, but I did rescue the earring out of that one's mouth. And the button,
Yes.
which I sewed back on. So these, if you're interested, you can call today. at the shelter, and you tell them the number of the puppy that you saw, or actually, if you want to just say, one of the puppies on TV that I saw.
Or you can call one of the volunteers for Cleveland for No-Kill City. Our phone number is 464-6070. Just tell them the number of the puppy that you want. They'll add that puppy to the safe list, and it'll be available for adoption for you.
Yes. And folks, those safe lists are real, real important because there's a limit to what they can take at the shelter.
Yes.
And, you know, we're Cleveland for a no-kill city, but...
Well, we're working on it.
That's right. We're working on it. We're not totally there yet, so...
But we've made so much progress. Just
we have.
In the last 3 months since Cleveland for a No-Kill has organized, we're now at like an 80% save rate.
Right.
And we used to be like an 80% kill rate, wasn't it? Yeah. So we've just switched the numbers.
Is that yours or mine?
I think that's mine.
Okay, very good.
While we still have a little time, since October is also Pit Bull Awareness Month. Yes. I have a couple of things.
Let's go with it.
Okay. Etowah is, the city council is talking about legislating breed-specific legislation which would ban pit bulls. And I just wanted to say that I found this when I was doing some research. Calgary, Canada has the lowest bite ratio in the world for the year 2010. Their population is over 1.1 million and fewer than 250 bites have been reported. Calgary does not have BSL and has a very large population of pit bulls because owners are fleeing other parts of Canada that do have BSL. And you know what the difference is? Owners are held 100% responsible for their dog's behavior.
And that's what you should do.
Personal responsibility. What a concept, right? They get fined if their dogs nip or bite. They are criminally charged if their dog injures someone. Say, I want to
Oh, goodness. And I promise you, Brene is not pinching that dog. The dog is just going to talk to us,
He's
okay?
going to sing. So, anyway, making the owners responsible is the way to go. A dog is a dog. It's a dog.
It's a dog. It's
and
a
they're
dog.
going to do what they're going to do.
And you know, I could look at that dog like I used to when I taught school and say, you need to sit down and be quiet. And that's not going to happen, folks. It's not going to happen.
So also, obedience training is very important for I don't care what kind of dog you have.
Brene has taken hers to obedience training.
Yes, I have two that are Canine Good Citizenship certified, and then I have one that's only 10 months old, and we're working on obedience. Yes.
And don't give up on them on the first time if they don't make it, because Brene has been with one of hers more than once to get him obedience trained, but now he is.
Guapo went to Manners Matters 3 times, but he is one of the best behaved dogs now. He's the one that is Canine Good Citizenship certified. Yes.
And these are just absolutely so adorable, folks. And do a look at that face.
Look at those ears. Look at those ears.
I'm telling you, folks, if you're looking for a puppy, this is the time to go to the. Well, yes. You know,
I think this one has some hound. If you're looking for a backup singer.
That is right. And folks, this is why we always, if we're going to have dogs, we have them first. Because my mother told me years ago when I first started singing and doing a few things, never follow animals and children on the stage.
Sorry to our next guest.
So, and one time we were here with JoJo, and JoJo was singing and playing the guitar, and we had some kittens in a crate who sang along with JoJo as he did that. So that's the reason now that we put the animals on first. So,
he was trying so hard to keep it straight.
Okay. And so this is just wonderful. Marie, give us one more. Okay. One more time. The phone number.
Phone number for Cleveland for No-Kill City is 423-464-6070.
And the website where you can go to see pictures of these darling animals.
ClevelandNoKill.com or our Facebook page, Cleveland for No-Kill City.
Very good. Maria, thank you so much for going by and picking these up.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. And right now, before Maria signs off, let me remind you all that early voting started yesterday. Yes, it did. It started yesterday. And so you can go early vote today. There's 3 locations, I believe. One of them is the old post office downtown. So don't forget to go and vote, folks, because our leaders in our community are people who help us with Cleveland for a No Kill. So
Yes.
don't go away. We'll be right back. And if you're interested in these dogs, then check in with the shelter and Cleveland for a No Kill, and we can get you a puppy dog.
Yes.
Don't go away.
Or
We'll be
and a background
right back.
singer.
Yes.
Great local sports right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television. Keep up to date on all your Walker Valley sports news Wednesdays with the Walker Valley Sports Zone. Get a behind-the-scenes look at all the local high school area football with the pregame Thursdays at 10. And it's a Friday night tradition. Football Friday, every Friday night at 11 o'clock, right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat-screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
And we are back.
Yes.
And yes, absolutely.
Oh.
We're still a stage full of girls, okay? We lost 3 of them, all right? And honestly, folks, if you need a puppy, those were absolutely adorable.
They were.
That one you had was precious.
Yes.
Okay. Now, we're going to really shift gears, and we're going to talk to Jamie Newberg is with us, and she is with Stageworks.
Yes.
Which is our new theater group here in Cleveland. So
Definitely.
Tell us about it.
Well, we actually started with our first meeting back in March, and we've been working on getting everything together. We actually had our gala back just a few weeks ago, where it was a masquerade gala at our first fundraising event, which we were actually able to get some funds raised.
Good,
So we came out on top. That was a good thing.
Yeah. Especially for a first time.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it takes a while to establish.
Yeah, and there's definitely a lot of hard work that goes behind it.
Yes.
That is so true, and we've definitely been learning. We've definitely seen the things that we're doing right, and we've definitely seen the things that we need to change the next go around.
And see, that's good.
That is
as
good.
long as you
Yes.
learn from it.
Oh yeah,
That's good.
Definitely. And actually this weekend, which we're very excited about, I'm so excited about, I'm actually leaving from here to go to our first full dress rehearsal.
Yay!
Because our first show is actually this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we're actually having it here at Cleveland State in the George R. Johnson theater.
Good.
Very
So, yeah, we're very excited about it. We're actually, the great thing about it is I get to be here interviewing and everybody else is moving the set pieces. So,
very good.
I lucked out.
Raise your hand if you want to be on TV. And you know, so many people think they don't want to be on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is not bad, is it?
No, it's not. Actually,
We're
you guys make it pretty comfortable.
Good, good. We like to do that.
Yeah, we're laid
Now,
back.
the production for this weekend is?
It's called The Dining Room by A.R. Gurney. It's actually a 2-act play. It's about 18 different scenes. And it's actually the characters, it's 3 male actors and 3 female actresses. And they actually carry the whole entire thing. Each one will play about 8 different characters.
Oh, wow.
And so it's the transitioning between, and it's actually been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of lines for everybody. I mean, you got to think it's only 6 actors really, performers, and they're carrying 8 different characters themselves.
So you have to remember who you are when you're giving those lines. Yes.
Well, and it's like yesterday we actually had a rehearsal, and we didn't have to, but we started a little bit of the costume changing just to kind of make sure that the costumes were going to be okay and what the transition was going to be like and stuff like that. Because the costumes are a big part of what is going to distinguish between the characters. Because you're going to see the same person, but you've got to be able to develop that different character. And so we actually did that, and then tonight is the first night for our full costume. So it's going to be awesome. To be honest, like the last few rehearsals had made me very excited about this.
This is great.
Yes.
Now, it's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
No.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday is at 7.
Okay.
Saturday is also at 7, and then we have a 3 o'clock show on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, 3 o'clock Sunday. Now,
Tickets,
yes.
admission.
Okay,
Admission.
tickets, we actually, like if you would like to pre-order the tickets, we do have a website that you can go to. It's stageworksofcleveland.weebly.com. And it sounds like a mouthful, but we have it on our Facebook page too.
Okay.
So if you go to Facebook and just search Stageworks of Cleveland, all the information is there too. You can click on a link and it'll go straight to where the tickets are. And you also can purchase at the door. Tickets for adults is going to be $15. And for any student with a valid ID, it's also $10. And it's $10. And then we also have a group, but the group you need to call ahead. And we'll do group tickets for $10 a piece. As long as there's 10 or more, and like I said, it has to be call ahead to do that.
Now this is fun.
Okay.
And I'm loving it because I love live theater. I mean, my husband and I travel everywhere. You know, we go up to Abington all the time to that one. We've been down to Blue Ridge to that one. And I came to one of your first organizational meetings.
Definitely.
And was very excited about it. And I need to pay my dues and get in there and, get to work.
Yes.
But I'm not
Speaking
really
of
good on
fundraising.
moving. Yes, I'm not really good at moving props around and everything, okay?
Yeah.
But I just think it's wonderful that we're going to get an organization here that's going to do some live theater.
Yes, and it's been exciting for all of us. It was the director of the show as well as the president and I were sitting around last night, and we just all kind of got very excited that this is really going to happen. So it's definitely a thrill, and it's kind of exciting because it was originally there was a theater,
Very
theater
strong group.
Right.
Akoe players. They were here for a while,
a long time,
and then it's kind of disbanded, and Cleveland hasn't had anything for a long time. So, well, for a few years anyways.
Right. Well, it's been a while because Warnie Fennell was the Ocoee players, and when Warnie passed away, they tried to keep it together and do this and that, and it got tough, and I think they still have probably stored at the museum some of the original sets from some of the things Warnie did. So I think it's exciting that we're going to get something going.
Oh, and then that's the one thing too is we're very excited about it, but we've also been trying to take the steps and doing it the right way so that it will actually have a longevity to it. Yeah. And even if some of the core people, because there's about 5 of us right now that are kind of just the core people trying to keep it going, and so we're trying to make it so even if we're still not around, it's still something that's strong for Cleveland, because this is a very talented community.
It is.
It is.
And there's no outlet. Besides if you go to a high school or or to a college,
Right.
or if you have teen talent that happens to come through town.
Right.
So there's not really an outlet. So it's all very exciting, and just in the sense that it's finally going to allow for that, and especially for young kids who they're very interested in it. Now this is going to give them the opportunity to just be able to grow in that as well. So
that is true. Now, if people want to join your group,
yes,
and would like to, they come see the play this weekend and they say, "Ooh, that was so much fun. I want to get involved." What do we have to do?
Honestly, the best way to get in touch with us is through our Facebook page. We have an email address, which is stageworksofcleveland at gmail.com. And if you just email us there, or even just through Facebook alone, you can get the information, and we can contact you with like a members information. We're planning on, right now we're trying to get through our first show, and once which is this weekend.
Focus,
once
right?
we get through that, I know we're going to probably talk about the possibility of having another like members forum. That way we can have another outreach, which is what you came to.
Right.
And to be honest with you, first of all, going back to what you said, when you came to that meeting, one of the things that we talked about after you left was just how much help you gave us, which is because you gave us things that we didn't think of. So I appreciated you being there, even though you were probably just excited to be there.
I just thought it was great that there was an opportunity for me to at least go and meet these people and see what we had going.
Oh, yeah.
And because I think a lot of times you have people like myself in the community that enjoy theater.
Yeah.
I don't need to be on the stage, but I would love to sit in the audience. No, I don't need to move it. But I just think it's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, and see, that meeting that you came to, there's the, once we get through, because I know like the director of this one is also the assistant director of Cleveland High School's show, Sleepy Hollow, which is the weekend after ours.
Right.
And then we also
Busy
have,
person.
oh yeah, and then she's also directing the Christmas program at church. So she's a busy woman. So we're trying to get through that. And then I know we're planning on having like another members thing for people to get to find out more information and get involved that way too.
And I think that's great because you need to be sure, and I'm sure you're getting publicity out in the banner and on the radios and everything about the performances this weekend. The only conflict I see is Tennessee-Alabama football game Saturday night. I know, but that's Friday night and Sunday. You can go to the play if you cannot miss the Tennessee-Alabama, which is going to probably not be a very exciting game. But
if we have to during intermission, we could possibly update everybody on the scores.
I think that'd be good.
If people decide they want to come on Saturday, if I have to, I am working backstage. I do have a sports thing on my phone, so if I have to update people during intermission, I definitely will. So
might not be a bad idea to plan on it.
I'm realizing that.
That is true.
But add to your to-do list.
And the George R. Johnson room, the stage, the community theater. That's if you come to the entrance at Cleveland State, turn left. And go down, and you'll see where it is down there. And it's great.
Good signage.
It's really good signage, and it's
great parking.
Been completely the Johnson Foundation completely redid it.
Oh yeah,
it's absolutely wonderful.
Yes, it's
and
a very nice theater.
$15 for adults.
Yes.
$10 for students
with a valid ID.
With a valid ID. Or if anyone wants to get their little church group or Red Hat group together for Sunday.
Yes.
What phone number could they call?
I have to pull out my cell phone.
That's fine. Okay, here we go. Cell phone information.
They're going to be talking
yes, but it's Friday, Saturday at 7 and Sunday at 3. And
the phone number is drum roll.
Yes, drum roll, please.
423-380-8073.
Would you repeat that?
Do that one more time.
It is 423. Write this down, people. Okay, 423-380-8073.
And that is great. And I'm excited about this, and I'm going to really try to get there Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock because I think, and it's called the dining room.
Yes, and there are going to be scenes that anybody can relate to. It's going to be, there's scenes for kids' birthday parties. There are situations where people like just struggles that they're having in life, and they're talking to their parent, asking to see if they can come back home.
Oh, been there, done that.
But there's gonna be some laughter. There's probably gonna be some crying, but it's definitely gonna be, for a lot of people, a stroll down memory lane. For some, I mean, some people might just enjoy the humor in it.
Yeah. That is great. Jamie, thank you so much for coming, because I know you've got a busy day today and a busy weekend coming up. So folks, don't miss the dining room here at Cleveland State in the George R. Johnson, what do we call Cultural Heritage Center. And that's Friday, Saturday, 7 o'clock, Sunday, 3 o'clock. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So much. This is amazing.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here. Doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Hello, I'm Bill Odom.
Hi, and I'm Tammy Odom.
We want to invite you to join us on Joyous Living Today for interviews, testimonies, and gospel music by special guests and Dixie Sunshine.
Right here on WTNB, Sundays at 4 p.m. and Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Jesus, Jesus, the light of the world.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
And we are back, and you know, we do it every time.
We always get caught.
We talk through commercial, and we get and the voice from the hills says, "Mic's up, shush, shush, shush," and we just ignore him, and so it's okay. But now we are here with Cece Veazey, and she's with Amedesis Hospice, and the reason we have her on right now is because November is National Hospice Month, and we want to give you all a running start at that.
Yes.
Not that we're hoping any of you all need hospice, but we want you to be aware of what hospice is. Should you need them, because they are wonderful. Renee and I can both speak personally from having hospice with relatives. And Cece, great to have you with us today. So tell us a little bit about Amedesis.
Okay, Amedesis is one of the hospices that are here in the area. I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but there is more than one hospice.
Yes,
it's not a rose is a rose is a rose necessarily.
Right.
If you think of it in terms as physicians or medical groups, hospice is the same way, and legally all Americans have the right to select their own hospice. Amedesis Hospice has been around for a long time. We are in 46 states. We're one of the largest hospices in America. But in this area, we were the first, one of the first ones. And we are affiliated with home health also, but hospice is the next step, which is palliative care. Yeah. Palliative care is a fancy word for comfort. It just means that the patient has reached a place where therapeutic or curative procedures or therapies no longer are valuable, they are not effective. So the idea is to shift the focus to quality of life for the remainder of the person's life. And it is an exciting and wonderful and very inspiring field to be in, I must tell you. I'm a chaplain.
Okay.
And that's one of the trickiest parts, I think, is helping people prepare to be spiritually and emotionally, psychologically comfortable so that their body doesn't suffer physically in the process.
Because we're all going to go.
We all have a turn, indeed we do.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you know, people have asked me, they're like, well, what do you do in hospice? That must be very depressing. Well, there are parts that are sad, but there are parts of that are sad to anything.
Absolutely.
Saying goodbye to those sweet puppies was sad.
Oh, that was
you
sad.
know.
That was sad. And
It
to
was.
think that some of those may not find forever homes, that's very sad.
Well, you know, there is a movement for hospice for pets, too. Did you know that?
No.
Yes, I was just in Chicago this last week and met a veterinarian. And anyway, what I work with is with people.
Yes.
And one of the gifts of hospice is that it provides hope. And people have asked me, now, Cece, how can you really do that? Talk about hope when you are dealing with people who are terminally ill and they know they have a limited lifespan. I say it's hope to cope. Because as you know, you've both experienced hospice in your lives, the persons in the family who are caregivers experience a huge amount of stress also.
Oh, yes.
And it changes your life completely, does it not?
Yes.
Exactly.
It actually stops your life for a while.
You redirect.
Yes.
Your every thought, your every activity, all of your energy goes toward the care for this loved one.
Absolutely.
And that's the reason why November has been designated as National Hospice Month, to make people aware of the fact that this is a part of life. Dying is a part of life.
It certainly
and
is.
Dr. Kubler-Ross is one who's credited primarily for helping to change that in our culture. You know, American culture is not very user-friendly for the concept of dying. We tend to get very aversive about it. We ignore it. We avoid it. And this is one of the roles that I play as a chaplain.
We all think we're going to be 20 forever. Guess
what? We do. We hope that. And
it's a youth center.
Yeah.
Well, I know my husband even said to me one day, he said, you know, Nancy, we really need to sit down and do our wills. And I said, let's not.
You
know, I know, but we did. But you know, it's just kind of like when you do your will, it's just kind of like realizing the reality of life.
Well, it confirms our mortality.
Absolutely.
And we do our best to avoid that. In a culture like ours in America, where the media worships youth, and all of our products are pretty much oriented to preserving youth and anti-aging, it helps us believe that delusion for a little longer, that death is not going to come knocking at our door. However, the better prepared you are, I am for my own passing, the easier it is. And you know, it's interesting, as a chaplain, I'm with people often at it's called attending a death, when you're actually there at the time of passing. And it's interesting, most people in America wish to be at home. They do not want to be a sterile environment. They do not wish to be hospitalized with all the noises and clanging and people interrupting in a strange and foreign environment.
And only being able to have one or two people with you, you know, if you can have the whole
have
family
limited
there.
visitors.
Right.
And what we have found is that hospice provides this gift, not just for the patient, but for all the family.
Right.
Hospice is also, during hospice care, is a great time for healing. Now people go, healing? We're dying. How can that be? Well, it's healing the emotions and the spirit. And you know, there are little blips in every family. Some
are larger blips
than others for dysfunction.
Yes.
And it's interesting.
Actually, I think we're all dysfunctional.
It's how functionally dysfunctional we are.
There you go.
Exactly.
That's good.
But what I have found as a chaplain is that death brings out both the best and the worst in all of us, and everything that we're afraid of comes to surface. Anything that has not been healed, any family dysfunction, comes to the forefront. And that's the last place you need it.
Absolutely.
If you're the patient. So my job as chaplain, and we work hand in hand with the other disciplines. I say that hospice is very much like a hand. With the fingers, you have the clinical, the administrative, you have the spiritual, you have the psychosocial, and you have the medical. So we also have bereavement and volunteer disciplines, which help to support the caregivers and the family. I want to point this out also. Hospice, part of the contract with hospice is that after the patient dies, you have bereavement support for the caregivers for a full 13 months after.
And that's wonderful.
Yes, it is.
Because I say this, grieving doesn't begin at the time of death. Grieving begins at the time of diagnosis. Because suddenly your world is changed. You don't see yourself the same anymore. Your family may perceive you differently. And this is one of the hardest things with hospice, is the avoidance of family and friends, because just as we were talking, Nancy and Renee, it puts it in your, I call it in your face productions.
It does.
Yeah.
And it's right there, unavoidable.
Right.
If it happens to you, oh my goodness, it could happen to me.
Yes.
Well, and you know, anytime someone gets a really bad diagnosis and you know what the outcome is going to be, it's very, very hard, even if you've been their best friend, to go visit them, and you don't know what to say and how to act. And you know, I just always say, act normal.
Well,
act natural.
That is precisely the thing. If we would allow ourselves to put ourselves in that person's place rather than avoiding, because it mirrors back our mortality, we would realize that is the absolute ultimate time that we need to be reinforced, reassured, revalidated, and recognized, recognized. The greatest gift that we can give to our loved ones is our presence as they begin to pass and as their life changes. You know, and so many in our generation now, the baby boomers, you know, I'm part of that group.
Yeah, me too.
We're sandwiched, aren't we? We're called the Oreo generation because we have children we're taking care of and grandchildren, and then we have elderly parents because we're living longer, and because of technology and medicine, people don't die as early as they did. So we have a way to sustain that and to perpetuate it. Then we have them on both sides of us, and it's exhausting.
It can be. It certainly can be.
It's highly rewarding, and that's where hospice comes in. Is every American has the right to have hospice, whether you have insurance or no, Medicare or no, Medicaid or no. Hospice is available for everyone, and we literally go to crack houses, under bridges, hotels. We go to nursing homes. We go to assisted living facilities, we go to private homes, we go to hospitals. Where you are and the need is, hospice is there.
And I found that out. I didn't realize. I thought that you only went to homes, and we had a situation in our family where a relative was in a nursing home, and the doctor said, it's time for you to call hospice. And I said, well, do we take this person home? And he said, no, hospice will come to the nursing home.
You know how that works, Nancy, is because that is that person's home at the time. So hospice comes to home, and if they're admitted to the hospital where they're not going to be able to get out, that's going to be their final days, then that becomes their home. So the idea, of course, and this is one of the great joys of hospice, when all this help comes in, this team that's coordinated, and we speak, it's mandatory that you converse and communicate as a team every so many days. You have this is government regulated also, so you have to make sure that you're within that. What happens is you have this clear feed of a communication, and the left hand and the right hand really do know what's going on with each other.
That's good.
So the optimum care can be provided, and the optimum support. And often, you know, we have people who say, well, my relative's a minister, we don't need help, or my daughter's a nurse. But that's exactly the time you need to be in your role of family. And turn it over to somebody else to do that professional part, and that gives us the freedom, you know, to give you permission to just enjoy your loved one.
Now,
and what I liked was the 24-hour phone assistance.
Absolutely.
So, you know, at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, your loved one wakes up and you're going, oh dear, you know,
what do I do?
Call someone, and they just very calm and
talk you through it.
And
that's good.
It's fabulous.
Now, if someone wants to use a Medicis hospice, how do they
get in touch with you?
Get in touch with you, contact you.
We have a website, of course, and as I said, we're a national organization. Our local number is area code 423-499-0018, 24/7. And we also serve Bradley County, even though our agency is located in Chattanooga per se, and we serve the other counties around. We're in Dalton for Georgia, you know, when you're across the line.
I know, we're right
Athens,
here. Athens,
exactly.
5-6 county, scope.
The merger, but the care is there, and there is, all of the disciplines are available. There's a social worker or chaplain, in addition to a nurse and a doctor available 24/7. that's a huge relief. And in addition, I should mention that hospice also provides for and pays for the medicines and supplies necessary that are diagnosis related. Many times,
the hospital bed.
And the medical equipment,
the medical
bedside,
equipment,
commode, table,
yes.
etc., as long as it's related to the actual diagnosis. You know, as we get older, sometimes we have what are called comorbidities, and you'll have several things happening at once. When the terminal diagnosis is given, a doctor needs to confirm that without curative treatment, if the disease progresses at its normal rate, that the patient would probably die within 6 months. However, that can be recertified if the decline is so gradual, and it's every 90 days for the first 2 times, and then every 60 days thereafter.
Cece, thank you so much. We're coming up against a commercial. Give that phone number one more time in case anyone needs to ask questions or wants to have the Amedisys services for hospice.
It's Amedisys Hospice. It's easy, it's short for a medical system, at 423-499-0018.
Cece, thank you so much for being on with us today.
Good
Folks,
information.
don't go
Yes.
away. We'll come back with the community calendar and get your pencils and papers ready. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Great local sports right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television. Keep up to date on all your Walker Valley sports news Wednesdays with the Walker Valley Sports Zone. Get a behind-the-scenes look at all the local high school area football with the pregame Thursdays at 10. And it's a Friday night tradition. Football Friday, every Friday night at 11 o'clock, right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Hello, we're back.
Oh,
Hey,
we are
Nancy.
back. I'm so sorry. I have dog hair. Dog hair is making my nose itch. I'm so sorry. Okay, we are so glad to be back with you.
Yes, we are.
Yesterday, I was at Whirlpool for United Way report luncheon, and that's that new building. Holy smoke.
Really?
New facility, new small town.
new.
It's absolutely beautiful, wonderful, and they fed us.
Oh.
And I want you to know, I had the best barbecue brisket I have ever put in my mouth. And
Who
Flavor's
catered?
Honey, somebody that does industrial catering. And,
Oh, really?
And Flavor's Honey, I'm sorry, but honest to goodness, it was better than yours, and it was
Oh,
so
Flavis, I'm so sorry.
good. But I will say that United Way is at 55% of their goal.
Yay!
Yay! We're halfway there, and we're over halfway with our goal.
Yes.
And so let me tell you all, we have Restaurant Tuesday, which falls in my
Yes.
division, which I love to report. And next Tuesday, Restaurant Tuesday for United Way is at Cook's Food Store Deli. Oh, yum, yum. I mean,
Oh.
I love, yes.
Does that include their sushi?
I don't know. It just anything during the lunch hour, 5% of sales go to United Way. So anybody that's looking for a place to go to eat next Tuesday, and we thank the Banner because they do an ad every Monday evening to remind you where to go on Tuesday for lunch. And we've had some great places to go. Last week was Figs. And
Food is good.
Food is good, Figs.
Southern style
Yes,
done right.
yes. So we're going to try to tell you some things that are happening. So, Miss Brene, what have you got?
Okay, we have Neighbor Day. It's a lovely day in the neighborhood.
There we go.
Yes, and it's going to be at Bachman Academy, and it's Saturday the 20th.
Saturday. I know,
Can
I
you
know.
believe the
October
year
is, I know,
Oh,
it's going.
God. Anyway, okay, it's from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m., and it's free to the public, and they're going to have, whoa, okay, people. Free food, music, an open car and motorcycle show. There's an entry fee of $15 for that show, and trophies will be awarded, a tractor exhibit, and a vehicle part swap. Got any vehicle parts you want to swap?
I don't know. I mean, I think I need all my parts on my vehicle.
Me too. Anyway, it will feature kid-friendly games and activities, inflatables, horse rides, face painting, and a cakewalk and a chili cook-off. That sounds like fun. So if you don't know where Bachman Home is, you go down South Lee Highway, and it's off on the right, and I'm sure they'll have signs.
There's a large sign there at Bachman Home, and it's basically right across from Varnell Nursery.
Yeah.
But it's not right on the road. It's up on a hill.
Kind of back.
Right.
Yeah. And the road to them is before you get to Varnell Nursery. Across from
and
the
it's on the right.
What's that?
The lighthouse.
Yes,
at
thank
the church
you.
there.
No, it's a windmill, isn't it?
No, it's a lighthouse. I think it's a lighthouse.
Oh, oops.
I think it's a lighthouse.
Sorry about that.
And we really thought that Melissa Cummings was going to be on with us this morning from the Apple Festival. She hasn't gotten here yet, so I don't know.
Talk about,
but we're going to talk about the Apple Festival is this weekend. Downtown, around the courthouse square, they have all kinds of things. Apple Valley Orchard will be there, Quality Machinings, Trailhead Bike, Living Word Church, Santec Waste. These are sponsors. Main Street, Cleveland Banner, Covenant Group, Jones Management. The tickets are $6 for adults, $4 for seniors. That's 55 plus. We qualify.
That's right.
$4 for
and
children.
That's for a 2-day.
That's
ticket,
2 days.
Yeah.
That's a 2-day pass. A 1-day pass is 4, 3, and 3. They have all kinds of things going on. There's going
Cleveland for a no-kill is going to be there selling gourmet dog treats.
Oh, yay, yay.
Homemade dog treats, yes.
They have entertainment. They have all of these things going on, and there's vendors all around the square, and it should just be wonderful. And it's Saturday and Sunday, the 19th and 20th. The dates are, 20th and 21st. I'm sorry.
20th
Saturday's
Saturday,
the 20th.
yeah.
We just said that
I
with
know.
Bachman Home, didn't we? Oh, my goodness. And the 21st on Sunday, from 10 to 6 on Saturday and 1 to 6 on Sunday. So please go out and support the Apple Festival. It's a wonderful, and there's a lot of really neat craft things there.
Yes,
So,
and really good dog treats.
right. There will be really good dog treats
Really
this
good
time.
dog treats for sale, yes. Okay, want me now?
Yes, you
okay.
go.
Okay, the Chamber has a new organization called the Women's Council, and they do programming targeted for women, and I think that is a great idea.
It is.
So this one is going to be, it's October 22nd, which would be
Monday.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, I've got the 20th in my
Yes.
mind now.
Okay, good enough. It's at noon at the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce building, and it's going to be how to organize your closet.
And I just did that.
And another thing, her subject title, whatever, is why do you not wear everything that you own? Because my closet door is here, and actually, I'm retired. I wear sweats and jeans most of the time.
She doesn't care.
I really need to get rid of some of that stuff. But anyway.
I did that the other day, and now I'm going to go to this Monday and probably find out
You need to,
I
have had
either
some
need
stuff.
to get rid of some more or should have kept some of the stuff I got rid of. But
That's right. Okay. To register, you call 472-6587 by noon on Friday. That's tomorrow, October 19th. And I think there's a charge. Yeah, the session is $10 for chamber members and $15 for non-members. And you get a buffet luncheon.
You do.
So, I mean, you know.
And it's fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
This is the fourth one of the season, and we'll start over next year. And well, maybe we have another one this year, do we? I can't remember. Anyway, Monday.
Aren't they
chamber.
like quarterly?
I think so.
I think this
472-6587. Call and book lunch and go and see
Yes.
what you need to do.
You wouldn't know Nancy was on the chamber, would you?
I love the chamber.
Yes.
Chamber's a wonderful organization.
Yes, it is.
Okay, tonight is the Pink Ribbon Bowl at Walker Valley High School, and it's gearing up for its second annual. There will be vendors around, and Bradley Central, Meigs, McMinn County, Polk County High Schools will be joining Walker Valley in an all-girls flag football event. The event will be held at starts at 5:45 at Walker Valley. First game kicks off. I guess we're kicking off. I don't know because it's flag football at 6 o'clock. And if you get the tickets in advance, they're $5 or $7 at the door. And any of the schools that are participating will have tickets. And the proceeds from this go to the Mary Ellen Locher Foundation.
Scholarship.
It's the scholarship. And what's raised in Bradley County for the Mary Ellen Locher Foundation scholarships, those scholarships are given to Bradley County students who have lost a parent to breast cancer. So get out and support this Pink Ribbon Bowl. It should be a lot of fun.
Yes. And pink is the new black. I think that's the theme, isn't it, for this year?
I don't know, but it's not for me. I don't wear pink. But
Here
anyway,
we go again.
I know. It's a standing thing with Healthy Woman.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Bank of Cleveland announces its annual painted pumpkin contest. I love this thing.
It is so
It is
cute.
officially under the way, and all Bradley County and Cleveland City elementary schools are invited to participate. The painted pumpkins should be a classroom project. Oh, teaching collaboration.
I love
that.
it.
Yes.
Yes.
And each classroom may submit one pumpkin display, and the pumpkins will arrive at the main office of Bank of Cleveland on October 25th, which would be 21, 22, next week.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yes.
Yes, next week.
Next week.
And they will remain on display throughout the Main Street Halloween block party. Also, cash prizes will be awarded, and the first place will be $200. So your classroom could get $200 for goodies and stuff.
And
I'm
having
sure-
taught school, I can tell you there's not a classroom in public education that couldn't use $200.
Yes, second place is $150, and the Facebook favorite, they will have them on the Facebook page, and that will receive $150. And one lucky winner will be determined by a drawing, and that will receive $150. So, teachers, you've got that's 3 chances for $150 and 1 chance for $200. Hey, get out there and do it.
Absolutely.
So, yes.
Absolutely. Now, we had Meg Campbell on with us, talked about the FOLA event with Mark Jimenez.
Yes.
And Mark had a death in his family.
Yes.
So they had moved it from Tuesday of this week till today, and now they've had to postpone it until...
Aren't they going to do it like in the spring?
Spring, probably. So we are so sorry that happened.
Yes.
Meg was so excited about Mark Jimenez, and
he was just distraught because in his entire career, he's never had to cancel.
And he was coming free, folks.
So,
I mean, you know, what they were going to make, the profits were from that were going back to the library. And so it's just a real shame, but we will let you know when they're going to reschedule and have that. So I just wanted to let you know that don't go today to that luncheon because it's not going to happen today. It is not. So have you got anything else?
I have one more thing.
All right.
If you live on a farm and you have rodents around your barn, which most barns do because of all the food and stuff, the Cleveland for a No-Kill, I know I beat this horse to death, and I'm sorry, but, you know, I just really believe in what they're doing.
She does. She's very, very, very strong about this.
Yes. They have a barn cat relocation team, and what they do is a lot of these cats are not adopted. You know, and so rather than kill them, they go ahead and spay and neuter them, and they will bring them to your barn and release them. They won't, you know, reproduce. Or if you have cats that are multiplying, they have traps that they will loan you. You can trap the feral cats. You let them know, take them, they will spay or neuter the cats, and then they clip an ear so that people know, you know, that's a sign that it's been spayed or neutered, and then they re-release them, and they get rid of all your rodents.
They do. They eat mice. They really do.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a win-win situation for the kitty cats and for the farmers or whoever.
And if they don't eat the rodents, they kill the rodents and bring them to your back door.
Yeah.
And let you see that what great hunters they are.
And voles. They get voles.
Voles. They do get their voles out of your
yes.
garden. Ours did that. Yes, they did.
Actually, they're quite handy.
They are. They
and
really
they're
are.
Cute too.
And they are so sweet.
Yes.
They really are. Okay, we just have a few minutes left, so let me tell you about the Lee University Chorale Fall Concert. Will be Tuesday night, the 23rd at 7:30 at the Church Street Annex. Now, the Church Street Annex is what used to be the First Baptist Church downtown, okay?
Oh.
And that'll be at 7:30, and they're going to be doing works by Brahms and Schubert and Haydn, and popular arrangements by Mark Wilberg, and the admission is free. Free. Tuesday night, 7:30 at the old First Baptist Church, which is now called the Church Street Annex. So go and see about that, because it should be wonderful. And one more thing I want to tell you about, because we'll have a chance to talk about this again. The Fort Hill Cemetery tour.
Yes.
Will be October the 28th. And what happens, folks, it's a lot of fun. People dress up as the character that's buried there.
I know.
And you go visit this person's grave, and the person who is the character of the person buried there tells you their life story, and maybe even how they died and everything else. So
if you have the least bit of interest in Cleveland history,
it's wonderful.
Or, you know, just a neat place to spend an afternoon. And the money goes to
I don't know exactly, but
I think it goes to the I don't know. but the Lee University history students do this, and it's really, really interesting and funny. It's October 28th. We'll talk about it again next week. But the reason is that we're talking about it now is you need to go ahead and plan comfortable shoes, a jacket, the whole 9 yards. Because it is getting cool.
Right before Halloween.
Yes.
And the last thing I want to tell you as we sign off today, early voting. Folks, I cannot tell you enough about how important it is for you to go cast your vote.
It doesn't matter. We're not saying either way, just vote. No. People have gone through all sorts of things, the civil rights movement, the suffragettes, so you can have your right to vote.
That's exactly right.
We have soldiers who have died.
That are still over there dying.
For us to have this freedom. You have the freedom to vote.
So the voting sites are the Election Commission office, which is in the old post office across the street on Broad Street from the courthouse.
Yes.
Then you have the Bradley Square Mall and the Bi-Lo store at McGrady Drive, and parking is available. Folks, it's been a great day. Somebody call and adopt those wonderful little puppies we had today. And we'll be back next Thursday to see you with a whole lot more information and a whole lot more exciting
things. Other puppies over there too.
There are.
Yes.
So go get you a puppy.
Those puppies need a home.
Yes, they do.
And the mother. And the mother needs a home.
See you next week, folks.
Bye-bye. Enjoy your day.